Hey everybody, it's Steve Owens, one of the tournament directors with the Tennessee Bass Nation Kayak Series. This is your angler briefing for event number 5 uh, for the 2024 season. We're on Dale Hollow. We're hosted out of Byrdstown, Tennessee with Pickett County Chamber, and we appreciate them. This is the first time we came to Dale Hollow in April. We're always there in the wintertime. It's a tradition we carried on from the original bluegrass kayak anglers that Jay Wallen, AJ McWhirter, a few other guys used to run. That's how a lot of us TVKA guys here on Chickamauga got into travel kayak fishing, was fishing with the Bluegrass Club. And so when they went away for just a little while, when AJ got the Hobie series up and rolling, and now they're back again. Kyler Branham, Jay Wallen, and a few other people run that, and we know a lot of us have participated in the events up there with them, and they come down and fish with us. So we're happy to be here in the spring instead of shivering up there in December. So a couple of things going on with this. To start out, I just want to, again, thank you all. Our season has went really, really good. Our attendance has been great on a lot of, or on all of the events. Our last one on Cherokee was a little low, but also what happens is the cast season starts. So everybody has to fish their local clubs to get those Angler of the Year points and to make it to the Cast State Championship. So we expect attendance to kind of fluctuate as those do. And we all do work together in this state with Cast and Tennessee Bass Nation to deconflict everywhere that we can. So we appreciate all of you who do travel. We know you spend a lot of time and money and effort to put into this. A few things you're fishing for this year, other than your state championship spot that can get you to the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship, is your Angler of the Year. Carl Black Chevrolet out of Nashville is back again for the Angler of the Year. And so far this season, it's kind of right now a little bit of runaway with Luke Graham, has 988 points, but with 941 behind him is Chris Franklin, and then Chris Fallon has 886, and then we're into the 880s on down to 684. So, with us having 10 events, it's your best 4. So, I mean, a lot of things can happen. Just because, you're 100 points behind now doesn't mean, someone can't skunk and not get points at all for that event, basically. So don't give up. You got $1,000 on the line. So we're happy to have Carl Black Chevrolet back. We actually have 2 or 3 people who've bought trucks from them and the Georgia dealership down there in Kennesaw. So we appreciate you all stepping in and doing that. So y'all come after Luke. I hadn't got to check registration today. I don't know if he's in this one or not. I'm pretty sure he will be. A few other things going on with this event. We're fishing in conjunction with, or partnered with, so to speak, with the Paddle and Fin series. When we started looking at booking this event, we had landed kind of on this date was all that would work for us in the area, and Paddle and Fin had already had theirs booked, and so we want to work together with them. So that link is on our Tourney X event page, so you can get signed up for that one too. That's a 2-day tournament. I think it's $150 entry fee, $100 entry fee. And again, they're going to fish 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday, I've been told the tournament director there, Sunday he has a special prize to give away for people who are at the check-in and awards. So by all means, double dip and even triple dip, because Tin Cat, the cast club out of the Knoxville area, they're coming up to fish too. And it's a points event for their series. So if you're not, a local that fishes that series, you can still enter to win some extra money too. So I know their entry fee, I don't have it pulled up. Their entry fee is about $40-50. So, I know that ends up getting to around $225 to fish all 3 tournaments, but, you can still win a lot of money. At the Paddle and Fin, their check-in is going to be Saturday along with us. We're a 1-day event. And so at awards, there's going to be a taco bar for the people who are in the Paddle and Fin. And I've been told that you're not going to get turned away if you're not in Paddle and Fin. There may be a small fee for you to get a meal there. So, we're married to and happy to be in a great relationship with the River Grill up there. So we would be there had it not been for Paddle and Fin having their event already. And, we didn't want to step on any toes there. We want to be respectful of them. And that's where their check-in is. So we just, decided to just be neighborly and work well with them. So that's a really good tournament series that they're trying to grow and have every year up there. I don't know the entire structure of it. I do know they paid some pretty good money last year with the big bass stuff. So be sure to check that out. Reach out to that tournament director over there. I can give you his phone number if you need it, if you got any questions about that tournament. But it'd be great if we saw everybody double and triple dip. So another thing going on, talked with Sniper Marine today. So if you catch a big fish, if you catch any fish, take a picture of your sniper pole and let us know that you have a sniper pole on your kayak during this tournament. It doesn't have to be the tournament sniper big bass. It can be any person using a sniper pole. So if we've got 50 people in this tournament and there's 5 people with a sniper pole, whoever catches the biggest bass out of those 5 people wins, I believe it's $200. So reach out to us if you got any questions on that. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. If you don't have a sniper pole, then, they're not going to award that incentive program to you, even if you win the event big bass. But a little bit of a reason to get out and get a sniper pole. So we've got those at Dugout Bait and Tackle, one of our title sponsors. So if you got any need for that, reach out to me and we'll get you set up on that. What you will do is you'll have to prove that you have a sniper pole set up on your kayak. So you're going to need to take a picture of it, and then we'll go through your big bass. So it's going to be pretty easy. Manually submit that to us over text or come up to us at awards. We'll make sure to ask if you have that set up going. So the rules for Tennessee Bass Nation Kayak Series are clickable, downloadable, readable, and memorizable. So that's what you guys have to do. We don't read over the rules every event. There's a waiver process to go through, which you get off of our website, and then you have to pay your Bass Nation dues there. So reach out to myself or Daniel Davis if you have any trouble with it. As long as you've got your Bassmaster ID number, it's pretty quick and dry. It's pretty easy to do. You got to download the waiver. That's difficult for some people because they don't always some people aren't tech savvy, but that might be a little time consuming. But as far as paying your dues after if you've got your Bassmaster ID number already, I paid mine last night. It took me 2 minutes. So just be mindful of that. We'll reach out to you if you don't have that waiver. We'll have to have that from you before you can fish, or Sassy Dad will remove you from the tournament. So I want to make sure that you've got that done. And again, it can be time consuming if you're not, savvy with those kinds of things, but we'll make sure you get taken care of. So read your rules, do your waiver, pay your dues. So getting into the details of the event, we'll go over a little bit of safety first. Won't harp on it too much. Obviously, you got to have your PFD on at all times. If you need to add, remove layers of clothing, that's okay. Do that quickly. If you can get out of harm, off the water, if you're close enough to the bank, just get in shallow water and do it. But if not, you are allowed to add that real quick. Pay attention to your weather. It's going to be a little bit windy. We'll monitor that and keep you all updated. Lights for your kayak. If you're launching before safe light, you at least have to have a 360 watt light, or wraparound LEDs for your kayak. If you're a motorized kayak, you for certain have to have a 360 watt light as well as navigation lights. If you don't have navigation lights, but you do have, your wraparound or your 360 watt light, you are allowed to leave and be manual powered until daylight comes. Once daylight comes, then you can use your motor. But if you don't have navigation lights, then don't use your motor until daylight. If you get caught doing that, there'll be penalties for that. The lights aren't just a checklist item. They're there to save your life, to let people know that you can, where you're at, it's visible. It's also to let them know that you're under power, and things like that. So, but the 360 watt light, if you're not motorized, you have to have that. And if you don't, just wait till daylight to launch. It's pretty simple. We've all been doing this a while. We do have new people coming and joining us, seems like every tournament, which we're grateful for. But we do a good job, we feel like, reaching out to those people. And you all do too. You reach out to us with your questions, and we appreciate it. This is one motor per kayak in this event. You are allowed to practice with two motors if that's what you choose, but you can only use one in practice. So don't have two on your kayak and decide to use one and then swap over and use the other. You can only have one on your kayak for the tournament. If you're caught doing that, then you're probably, you're just disqualified, because we're telling you one per vessel. Something to keep in mind, and this is a good practice as we travel away from our home bodies of water, is let someone know your location, where you're launching, where you're going to be fishing for the day. If you move, let them know too. We all, as tournament directors, don't mind you using us as that person if you're not fishing with somebody that day, or your loved one is not familiar with the area, especially too. So above all else, if something happens, always call 911 first. Don't try to get a hold of us or someone else. I mean, if you're that scared, make sure you get a hold of 911. You need a whistle on your kayak. An air horn will probably be great too in some instances. Cell signal's not great up here in some areas, so you're going to need to be paying attention to that when you're trying to submit your fish. This is a 5-fish limit tournament series with a 12-inch minimum. We're a catchboard only tournament series right now. We do have the new Yak Attack board. I think mine shipping notification said it should be here in the morning, or Friday or Saturday. Today's Thursday, but either way, I'll have it over the weekend. We'll get it looked over and see if it does what it needs to do, and can be trusted to do what we need it to do. But your catch board, your fish needs to be laying with the belly down, oriented, so to speak. We do understand some kayaks you have to change the catch board to get it to lay down, and that's okay too. But the orientation of the fish needs to be facing left, touching the bump board with the mouth closed, the eye clearly visible, the end of the tail clearly visible. You can touch the fish and hold the tail in position. You can pinch it to get the maximum length, but we need to be able to see the end of the tail. We need to be able to see your identifier in the picture. We need to be able to see the number increments on your catch board in between the end of your tail and your identifier if you choose to put it on your catch board. We need to see as much as we can of the catch board. We don't have to see the entire thing, but we need to be able to see where the tail is scored, your identifier, as well as the bump board where the fish mouth touches. We would appreciate if you would put a white sticker or of some sort on your catch board fence. It helps us see. It's actually a rule in cast that you have to have a sticker there for the optics, so we can tell that it's touching. It helps us tell if the lip is cracked or anything like that. If your fish has got a messed up eye, get your photograph captured and then take a video of that fish laying on the board to the measurement that you have it. Pick it up, set it back in the water, let it swim off, and then send us that over Facebook Messenger, text, or email. That way we know your fish is alive and you've got proof of it if someone were to protest it, or if we had question about it outright. It's your job to go through your fish throughout your day. Look at the managed catch option. That lets you know what your fish was scored. We do try to reach out to you, but there's times when we can't, and let you know that your fish has been penalized. You do get a TNBNKS notification through the app, and you can check those. But managed catch is where you check your stringer. If you've got a fish that was judged differently than you think, then you need to cull that fish, resubmit a picture, but first contact us. That way we know what you're trying to do, because if you just keep resubmitting the fish and we keep penalizing it, then, we don't know what's up. And if you're trying to say, that you don't think that mouth is cracked, or you submitted a better picture, let us know that. It's your job to do that well before line's out. If you wait till that upload submission time is gone, then we can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about it if you don't have cell signal either. That's your responsibility to get off of the water and go find cell signal. A lot of instances you have to cut your day short. We know that stinks, but that's the nature of electronic fishing. It's not TNBNKS's fault. It's not Verizon's fault. It's not your fault. It's just the nature of cell phones. So you got to get off the water sometimes and do that. So check your fish pictures before you let your fish go. That's a big key, because your camera could have been blurry, or you just didn't get a good picture. and you've let your fish go and now it's gone. So you have a net or a fish grip, put it back in the water. Try not to keep it out of the water too long. Um, so you'll have an identifier code. You can write it on anything. If you've got a Hobie or a Bassmaster identifier card, you can use that. If you've got a turny tag, you can stick a piece of paper in it or whatever. You can write it on your catch board. You can write it on your hand. So, but if you do it on your hand, you need to be mindful that your sleeve or, sunscreen at sometimes can rub that off or cover it up, and we won't be able to accept that fish for you. The times for this event on Saturday, April the 27th, you can launch at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you can check in on the app, that'd be great. But if something funky happens and you can't, don't worry about it. Just move on from it and just get to your fishing. So you can launch at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, providing you have the adequate lights that we went over. Lines in, first cast is at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. You're going to fish 8 hours until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're going to have 1 hour to get your fish uploaded after that until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to check in at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Eastport Marina and Resort Restaurant. And again, they'll have food there. Double dip, if you don't mind to do that. They're providing it for their tournament anglers, and but you should also be able to purchase that if you don't have it. So the parking there at Eastport, I'm told, I've never been there that I know of. You may have to park away or up a hill or something and then walk down, but that's not too much to ask. So but Daniel will be there with all the awards and everything. I've got another tournament in Georgia, and so I had to schedule on top of this one for me, so that stinks because I love it up there. I like seeing all of you. We did have to have a reschedule due to some things, and so now the old Hickory event is going to be at the end of the year, and it'll be the weekend before the cast pre-fishing cutoff. Let me get that calendar up here. We'll get that posted. Pretty certain it's August the 31st. So we had to, as I mentioned, reschedule because of our Bassmaster event or whatever. Sorry, I'd gotten a message from an angler over there. Got me distracted. So that's about it, guys and girls. Again, don't forget the sniper contingency program. Got a fresh new load of Tennessee trailers. It's a dugout bait and tackle. It's the revamped, redesigned K3 model. It sits a lot lower. It's rhino coated, and it's got some little cool extra bells and whistles, a little extra lighting, a support pole if you want to walk out onto the trailer. So it's really cool design. They've did some really nice upgrades to it. We got a fresh batch of Hobie XR360s in. We've got the PA12 and the 14s. We've got plenty of 180s, but right now we are heavy on the Hobie XR360. So if you've got anyone in need of anything, let us know. We all have them here in this area. We can demo them for you. We can put them on wheels and bring them to you. So just reach out to me if you got any questions with that. And some of you may not have been able to see on Facebook, but Dugout Bait and Tackle also has Jackson NARS, buy one, get one, $4,200. You get 2 kayaks. And I was told today that if you need us to split them up, we'll do that for you too. And again, I'll be down there this weekend. So if anybody's got anything they're going to need for the Douglas tournament, May the 4th, I'll get it to Sassy Dan and he'll shuttle it up there for us. So appreciate everything that all of our sponsors do. You're going to see that they always do step up for us. We appreciate all the prizes and the support that they do, and everything that goes into making this season successful. But y'all come out, keep working hard for those Carl Black Chevrolet Angler of the Year points, and we will catch you all on Douglas next. But again, try to support the Paddle and Fin as well as the 10 Cat cast club up there in double and triple dip. So y'all be safe. If you got any questions, reach out to me. Pre-fishing will be ending Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. and your identifier code will be released then. So as always, check your Tourney X app and you'll find that in there. And we'll post it on the Facebook page. And y'all be safe getting up there and back, and y'all go catch some nice fish. So appreciate all of you. Appreciate the support we've had so far this year. So far, it's the best season we've had. It's very competitive. Attendance is going well. So we appreciate you all doing that with us. Thank you.